An anime where the main character is called Thor. Oh my god, this could be badass, as long as they take it slowly, methodically, and carefully. I wonder why I said that for possible ironic reasons later. This is a review of Jyu-Oh-Sei, Planet of the Beast King. Welcome to Aniview Reviews. Lead reviewer, MeMan12544 here. And, yep, Jyu-Oh-Sei, which means Planet of the Beast King, Planet of the Beast King, which basically means you're saying Planet of the Beast King, Planet of the Beast King, which seems pretty pointless because you didn't put it as a translation, so you put it as a colon, so a continuation of the sentence. Funimation, you're so stupid sometimes. It is an 11 episode, 23 minute standard time anime. And this anime is about a kid called Thor and his twin Rai. Don't get attached, it doesn't last long. That's not even a spoiler. That's 12 minutes into the show that the main point of our sympathy is dead. Pretty blatant. Anyway, Jyu-Oh-Sei Planet of the Beast King is about a kid called Thor and his twin Rai, who, despite the fact being like 12 or something, are immediately taken down into a planet called Chimera because they were framed for the murder of their parents, and who are some sort of scientists or politicians or something. Anyway, because of this, they now must survive together on a... Oh, Rai dies. Okay. Thor must now survive on his own in a planet where every plant wants to eat you. Now, it's not the most original concept ever. Kids framed for doing what something or other, then taken down to some sort of prisoner colony, which has clear set of guidelines and rules dictated by the prisoners themselves, in which they attempt to become part and, in the end, to the top. That's kind of stuff that we've seen before in, Dead Man Wonderland and things like that. But what's interesting here is the interaction between everything. The fact is that you got the sort of kid who is attempting to rise ranks because you can have 4 rings. Rings in this are separate colonies that are all on top of one each other, basically. So each ring is constantly fighting for power, but there's still a sort of peace agreement between them. It's very odd, but it's interesting politics of the idea. But the whole point is that inside rings is where the real war is happening. It's constant vying for power. Therefore, the main idea is that you become top of the ring, you get more power. Then, if you can convince the other rings to join you, or if you overpower all the other rings, you will become what's known as a Beast King. And a Beast King is given special deliberation by the army to go up a magic elevator into space. That's basically what it is. I mean, it's a pretty ambitious show for what it is. It tries to pack about 100 episodes worth of plot into 11 episodes, and it fails both spectacularly and hilariously. You see, Jyu-Oh-Sei, Planet of the Beast King is the fastest moving anime in all of history. I will defy you to find something that moves its plot as fast as this, okay? And that doesn't mean just time-wise, okay? Something like Rin is technically faster time-wise because it skips like 20 years between each episodes. I mean just how many plot points can you fit into a single episode, and how much time does it take for a character to suddenly change their mind for the sake of a very stupid plot twist. I'm going to say it now, just later on, one of the funniest love triangles I have ever seen. It's so unintentionally funny. This is a serious show, but how quickly this love triangle develops, dies out, is discussed and forgotten is so funny, especially because it's the main character's things. The fact is that this show, it has a cool plot. Its ideas are really awesome. Its animation's quite funky. It has one of the most unfitting opening themes known to man. Seriously, it's a serious show, and it opens up with salsa, which it's just too funny. The thing about this show is, half the time I can't tell if it's trying to actually be funny, because no matter how serious it is, it just constantly entertains me and makes me laugh. Some of the bits you kind of feel for what's going on. When they actually slow down to analyse how a moment's going, you actually feel some tension. There is some awesome stuff going on here because of the nature of the politics of everything. It's not just killing that wins, it's the tactics, it's every bit of pre-planning beforehand. And that's what makes it clever. Constant people trying to vie for constant power, each with different things and with ridiculous plot twists. And also, it's a planet in which winter lasts a couple of years and summer lasts a couple of years, which is kind of cool because in summer all the plants eat you and in winter everyone dies from the cold. Now, I mean seriously, winter's pretty brutal. Now, the original manga of this was made in 1993. The first book of A Song of Fire and Ice, called A Game of Thrones, was released in 1996. One of the first chapters of this manga said winter is coming. I would just like to justify that manga just beat Game of Thrones here. We beat you guys to winter is coming. I just thought that's a funny anecdote I have to share, but winter is coming was us. Anyway, after we debate who owns 3 pointless words, the fact is that no matter what happens, no matter how ridiculous the plot is, it's just so goddamn fast. Because the manga had already ended. The manga had a very long storyline, but they decided that compressing it into 11 episodes because of budgetary issues would be a good idea, because the manga had ended, so why can't we go to the end? It was such a bad mistake to make, because when it slows down, you feel what's going on, even though they blatantly want you to care more than you do for characters, because literally, okay, when people like Rai die after not even 10 minutes of screen time, the amount of sympathy it expects you to elicit is just downright funny, because sometimes it gets a bit annoying where it's like, I don't really care for what's going on, but sometimes it's just like, are you really sure that I care for it? Maybe it's just my sort of stupid sense of humour, but to be honest, Jyu-Oh-Sei is so funny to me, because it's not the worst thing in the world, it's not so bad it's good, it's just the plot moves so fast, as in, literally, one episode you walk down a room and you just go, well, I hope tomorrow's going to be good. The next episode, 4 years has passed and your main character is badass. Not only are some of the just plot points incredibly dumb and make no sense, but also things like the ending are just stupid. It can never justify itself properly. And it's always so funny because this love of politics that it starts with turns into just a hilarious, pointless exercise of stupidity and dumb plot twists. It's just funny to me because I've not seen anything that does this fast stuff. Is it worth watching? I think it is. Some of its plot points are genuinely cool. They're interesting, and you know, the whole fighting for survival thing, it's a genre that's going to be done to death, but it's still a good genre. Even Dead Man Wonderland, despite the fact it wasn't the greatest thing ever, was cool when it was in that style of genre. The early episodes of Dead Man Wonderland still appeal to me compared to later episodes because it's all about survival. You're on a prison planet. Yes, being framed for these things, and even though you're on a different planet, still somehow trying to come up with reasons that you can actually find out what is going on is cool. But the thing is that some of the characters are stupidly unlikable, depending on what they, depending on how much they actually want you to like them. And characters that really do deserve a lot more attention, especially Tiz. I mean, Tiz is one of my favourite characters in just anime. She's cool, collective, completely off her trolley at points, but she's just funny and entertaining, and you kind of want to be around her because, she's sort of bubbly energy of the group. She keeps energy in the whole series. And characters like that, which just get shunned and given stupid amounts of just hilarious plot points, it's just... It's hard to call this bad because its ambition is justifiable and some of its execution is good. But some of it is just so downright bad. It ends up becoming pretty damn forgettable, though. Even how bad it can get, you still forget about it quickly, because we've seen worse things that are funnier because they're worse. I mean, is it meh? Yeah, it's pretty meh. But if you want a very fast storyline, if you want some funny plot points, and honestly, if you want a bit of fun time shouting at your computer or TV screen, just why the hell are you actually doing that, then you'll have some fun. And it's totally not designed for fun, but it turns out it's pretty fun. So, what do you guys think of Jyu-Oh-Sei Planet of the Beast King if you bought it? Are you ever planning on buying it? It's actually quite cheap in HMV most times, so you English people, watch out there. It's cheap. But yeah, what do you guys think? How do you react to the fact that we beat you guys to Winter is Coming? And also, just subscribe, like, comment. You know all the rubbish by now. It's the stupid things that big YouTubers say. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm a mini-man. Aha! Anyway, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that review of Jyu-Oh-Sei Planet of the Beast King. Now enjoy some more pointless and completely off its trolley salsa. How deep is your heart? Deep inside the darkness.